So before anyone will want to work with me or would want me to work with them, I first explain to you that I, Christopher Voncujovi or Bokor Christopher Voncujovi, I am not God and I am not a spirit and I am definitely not a voodoo. Things and it happens. That is, Vosa means sacrifice in Ewe. The reason we are using Vosa is because that's our word for sacrifice, just like how our word for spirit is Voodoo. That's why our word for sacrifice is Vosa. Joker is a juju. That's what they call juju. Vosa is not a juju. It is what the oracle tells you to do so that you can change the situation in which you are or whoever contacted you are. Is called Vosa. But Joker is a spiritual thing to give you or to empower you to be able to do things with power or within power. Yeah, that's what is called Joker. And then Patience went on to say, okay, thank you, Togwe, thank you too for understanding. And then we have Mabena saying, good evening, hello, my dear, how are you? Thank you very much for joining, Mabena, for joining the section. I hope everything is well with you. I'm grateful that you joined. And then we have Delight Rock. It's a difference between Joker and Bessa, please. So if you are interested in Joker and Bessa are the same. Joker is a word that you say. Bessa is also a word that you say. So Bessa or Joker, they are the same thing. There's no difference in them. People may try to create differences, but the word Joker means juju in what do you call it? Our in the derogatory way that the white man calls our things. He says juju because they saw it working. They don't know how to explain it. They say it's the devil who is making it to happen. So why wouldn't they contact the devil and it will help them? They will not, because there's nothing called devil who is doing anything. It's power of words. That is Bessa. And Joker is also power of words. Thank you. And then we own role to play. You can somebody's God can be another person's devil. The same way somebody's devil can be another person's God. Why do I say so? Because supposing I have my Togbe Jokpata, who is in my shrine, and I'm working with it, and people are coming to Togbe Jokpata when they have challenges. They come and they pray. We do the necessary rituals for them, and their challenges are over. There are certain cases that people were attacking them, and when they came to do a reading and they said we should pray to Jokpata or we should give Jokpata bracelet or listen to them to protect them. To that person who came to seek the help of Togbe Jokpata as a spirit, Jokpata is a god or a spirit that protects people from harm. But to the people who are trying to attack a person who came to get Jokpata, such people will regard Jokpata as an evil spirit because it will thwart and disturb their attacks on this person. So there is nothing like bad or good. It is the lens that you are using to look at it is what creates it to be bad or to be good. That's all that it is. Yeah, you know, when the white people came and killed all our people and took people into slavery and all kind of things, they didn't look at it as a bad or evil thing. But we who were the victims of this thing, we looked at it as evil. And even it's only now, today, that they are actually looking at it. Some people accepted it. Some people say it was not a wrong. Some people say it is. Depends on each and everyone. But in life, there is nothing good and there's nothing bad. It depends on the way you look at it, the lens through which you are looking at it. So whether Baba Legba is devil in the Christendom, Baba Legba is not a devil in African traditional spirituality. Thank you very much, Bokor Chibuzo, for please, can you teach about alloply and how to save oneself from it when you fall a victim? Okay, first, before we will start to teach, what is alloply? Alloply is an energy. It's a spiritual energy which attacks people, especially when they are sick. And it comes after a man and another man have sex with the same woman, knowingly or unknowingly. What happens is that they are, you want to use it. Yeah, because it's something is flying here. I think some small, this thing. Just spray it under my, just spray it there. It's not coming. Wait. No, it's open now, so it's okay. It's okay. So alloply is an energy when a man and another man have sex with the same woman, or a woman and another woman have the sex with the same one, or a man, without knowing or knowingly. If these two people who might have had sex with a particular person didn't know, or even if they knew, if one of them gets sick and the other one visits or goes to visit that one that is sick, the spirit of alloply will come in and either attack the person who is sick, and if hands are not fast, that person can lose their life. You know, the semen of man, when a man and a woman have sex, the semen of the man stays in the woman for some days. It's not just that maybe the woman bath and wash herself and it is gone. No, the semen stays for some days. So within those days that the first man who had made love to the woman, his semen still remained inside the woman. And then another man came to have sex with the same woman. These two semens are energies who are also trying to create or become a being on the earth. So these two semens become enemies. I want everybody to be clear with this one. So it is the semen that became enemy, and then one semen is trying to be superior to the other so that they alone can exist. I don't know whether you people have seen chickens, a fowl trying to cross a hen. Most often, if another fowl is there, which is stronger than another one, you will see that that fowl will run to stop this one from crossing the hen. So it's a natural thing. So they will fight. It is because of this why male fowls fight. Fowls fight because of women. They fight. Whoever wins become the champion and controls all the women. And if you are not, you have to sneak in order to also cross. But if the one that is the champion sees you, will attack you. So it is the same thing in human beings, but because human beings are very good at pretending and also being hypocritical, even if they know, they pretend they don't know, but inside of them, they know what is happening to them. Men who are bold enough will confront the other man and even maybe beat him up or whatever. But then on the spiritual level, the semens are the ones that are fighting. So if you cross or you have sex with a woman and your semen remains in her, or a woman who had sex with a man and then her friend also had sex with the same man. The man's semens are also in these two women. So the energy is what fights them. So it's not physically. That's why alloplay is not a physical sickness you see until you got sick in the normal way, and then it jumps inside if the other person comes around. So, Miss Ese, that's what it is. So, for you to be able to prevent or protect yourself from alloplay, there are certain rituals that are done, and then there are also some herbal things that will be done. If the alloplay has already caught you and you are sick and it is affecting you, then the rituals must be done, and then certain medicines will be prepared for you, and then it will neutralize the negative effect of the alloplay. I don't know whether I'm making any sense here, but that's what it is. So if you are a victim of alloplay, you have to quickly look for a spiritual person who knows how to handle alloplay to take you out, because it can easily kill you. And if you know who that particular person that you had, what will I say? You have clashed over a man or over a woman, please, when the person died, don't go to their funeral. Because if you go to their funeral, what will happen is that his spirit, now that he's dead, is more powerful than you when you are alive, and it can easily attack you. That's why some people do not like going to funerals easily. They will check before going to a funeral because it can affect you. And same thing, if you are sick, do not allow that person to come to visit you, even if you are the best of friends. Because sometimes best friends sometimes either will take advantage of the weakness of the other partner to have sex. What I mean to say is that maybe two ladies are good friends, and then one lady has a man, and that man is taking care of his girlfriend. Then this girlfriend has his friend has a friend who is also seeing how good this lady is being taken care of. She may want to have a taste of that so that the man can also think about her. So she could hide or in a sneaky way establish another relationship behind her friend. But then the two of them are still friends and eating together and doing things together. And she didn't know, one party didn't know. And when sickness comes, maybe the one will visit the other, and it becomes alloplay will set in. This is what alloplay is. I've had a case when a lady had been sick, had really been sick seriously, and they did everything. They did the operation and everything for her, surgery and all this, but still she wasn't getting okay. So what happened is that Mariana, somebody have to do this because it will not come. I will be talking, but nobody will see. Open it. Open there. This one. This thing has come on it.
Okay.
Not here. This place. You need to. What is Kofi doing?
I think he's helping to now or something.
Oh, we are doing live. They should come. He should come here.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I'm talking and these things happen, the place is bad. Nothing was going on well. So they came and consulted me. And immediately I found that it was alloplay that was worrying her. So I asked her, who among your friends that you and that person had shared the same man? And she quite clearly remembered. And then, okay, I had to quickly do the necessary things for her. And after that, she's okay now, very strong and going around strongly. So alloplay brings death most of the time, or a long sickness. And some of the signs is what they call kuhi coughs. You will be coughing dry cough. The person will be having dry cough and also having a hiccup. That is what alopli is one of the signs, or these are two of the signs of alopli when it attacks you. And if they are not very careful with you, you pass on. Thank you. Then we have Hurricane for or Love. Say, are you in Nigeria? Say, no, I am in Ghana, Accra, Ghana. I'm often part, they call it Ajim. And some Aves also call it Ajinu. So it's the same thing. Alopli is Ajim, Alopli, or Ajinu, whichever way you call it. Yeah. Okay. So what do we have there? Akonadi. So Krachi Dente and Akonadi, according to our mother, my mother, or my stepmother who brought me up, they are the custodians of the Krachi Dente. Her family are the custodians of the Krachi Dente shrine in Karachi. And she told us that Akonadi and Dente were together. But then there was a situation where Dente, as a spirit, has owed something that it couldn't pay. So it moved away from Latte all the way to where it is. So the name actually was Kachiu, means Ka as in debt. Debt has catch you or caught you. That's why the name of the town became Kachi, and it became Krachi. So the Dente is not an Ewe Vodu as in originally, but Ewe Vodu usually are from different places. So people have Dente as a spirit, and they have the shrine, and a lot of people, not one, almost everywhere in Eveland, they have Krachi Dente. And even in my Togbe Jopata shrine, Dente is part of the Jopata that I have. So originally it is from Ketekrachi or from Latte before moving there, but people work with it all over, and it works with people. Even I have a very good friend who is in people we call Konufia, or people who are in charge of rituals for villages as a chief. He was telling me they have a Dente shrine that people had not been attending to for a long time, and somehow they were going to have a festival, but rain wasn't falling, so he had to go to the Dente shrine and start praying. And when he started praying, then the rain started falling, so that the farm can have rain and crops will come. So it is one of those things. So Krachi Dente is not originally an Ewe Voodoo, but it has found its way into Ewe, just like how Atigeri, which we call in Ewe Atigali, but the name is Atigeri, but then we corroborated the name to Atigali. And it's not originally Ewe Voodoo. It's from the northern part of Ghana and all to Burkina and other places. But somehow the Ewes are able to work with it. My grandfathers, my grand uncles and all this work with Tigeri. When I was growing up, I have seen them demonstration and performing so many things. So it is it's not originally an Ewe Voodoo, but it is working with Ewes, or Ewes have gone to take it and work with it, and it's working with most Ewe people. Thank you very much. Then we have Heru Asakara. Amen. He said, greetings, Baba. Greetings to you to Heru Asakara. Amen. Thank you for joining today's section. It's almost 2 hours ago.
Yes.
Well, how come?
We
We were on TikTok. Okay. And okay. And then we have Deus Caristas also. He said, hello, Togbe. Hello, Deus. How are you? Thank you very much for joining. I'm grateful. And then we have our brother Dinendra Toma saying hello from the UK. Hello from Canada. Hello, Dinendra. How are you? Thank you for joining the section. You can ask questions here, and I'll try to answer it so other people can also learn from it. Thank you very much. We have our big sister, Ifa Dara. Say, Elache, Papa, Christopher, and family. Thank you very much, big sister. I hope you are well. I hope everything is well with you. We are on ReVodution Voodoo Education live section. And there you have Timilei John Aderemi. Say, thank you, Papa. Greetings, and thank you very much, Timilei. Hope you are fine. Hope everyone is fine with you, from your children and everything. You are all fine. Then we have Olalafe Egbetoi. Thank you very much, my brother, for joining. So I meant blessings to you, Bokor, Papa Christopher Voncujovi. I'm grateful to you. Thank you very much, Egbetoi. We are very grateful that you joined. Thank you very much. And we took so long to come to answer to read your this. Thank you very much. Depending on the spirit, like a kind being like this, the real time that when they made it for me, I was told that every 5 years I should change the herbs. But now that I have a shrine of my own and I am doing a yearly thanksgiving to them, I change the herbs every year. If I am able to have the chance and opportunity, I change the herbs every year so that I can keep it strong and alive. But in case I don't have time, then I leave it maybe 2 or 3 years before I change the herbs. So it depends on the spirit that they are giving to you. Every spirit has their own timing. So it is that the spirit that is given to you is what will determine how soon and how quick you have to renew it. There are some spirits that when they are given to you, you don't need to renew it. You just have to keep praying to it regularly, and its power will be charging. Like I use the telephone, the mobile phone as an example, where if you see that the power is coming down, you plug it in and it recharges again. Please, the screen is gone. So that's what it is. For renewal, it depends on which spirit that you have. There are some people, the spirit has been given to them up to now. They have not renewed it, but it's working for them. If the spirit is working, then there's no need for renewal. But when you have a chance to renew it, you will renew it. Thank you very much. But most spiritualists, for every year, they do something to renew or to enhance or to boost the power of whatever they are working with, which is normal, because we even those who are Christians, they celebrate every year. They celebrate Christmas, they celebrate Easter, and during that Easter and Christmas time, people make new what do they call it, resolutions, and say that, oh, this year I will do this, I will do that, I will try to achieve this and that. So it is up to you how soon and how often you want to renew or empower the spirit that you work with. Thank you very much, Luke Lamte, for that. And then we have Sila Ameji saying, Papa, please, what if the man breaks up with the first woman before meeting the second woman? Is this still the same? Yes, it is still the same. It is still the same. This is a spiritual, and it's the same. That's why even if you are married, a man marries 2 wives. Listen very carefully. If a man marries 2 wives or more than 2 wives, and all the women live in the same house, if they all live in the same house, it is not very advisable that these 2 women should be eating in the same bowl. Unless, of course, if the man has done some protection for them all. And when one of them passes on, I have seen it myself. When one of the women passes on, the other woman will be locked up in a room until the one that passes on is buried and is no more in the house before they will open the door for her to come out. She can be doing everything in a room, but they will not let her come out, especially when the dead body of the other rival is out. But a lot of people make this mistake and think that, oh, these are olden days things, it doesn't matter. And people get deaf from it. Sometimes people go to a funeral and come back home and sleep and they don't wake up. They don't even know why. Not that they were sick or anything, but because there are certain things, certain energies at play, which they did not know. And they think that, oh, I will just go because you want to show that you love the person. Even sometimes you even know that that person is not your friend, but you want to please other people by saying they want to see that, oh, I am a good person, I will go. You will die. If you don't die, you will get sick. So that's what it is. So even if they have they are no more together. Even if the two women, how would I say, if the woman who was first or second, whatever, is no more with the man, when the person is sick, don't go there. It is still at play, because there are energies that are fighting each other. Then we have accomplishing what they intend in our lives. Thank you. Yes, of course, those characters. You see, for your essay to work for you, you have to set it up. Your essay came with the negative side, which we call essayvon. And since you don't know your essay and you don't know your essayvon, for you, you are just saying, my destiny, my destiny. You don't know whether your destiny is against you or your destiny is for you. So to work with essay, if the negative one is stronger than the positive one, so it will be the negative things that you will be experiencing. Just like being at a place at the wrong time, falling into a problem. It's not your wish, but that's what your essay, a negative essay, has placed you in a place, and then you fall into trouble. Sometimes associating with some wrong people will bring you a problem, and you'll be locked up for life. That is your negative essay. So for your essay to work for you, you will have to know how to work with your essay. That's why the Ewe song of Menya Wonau, Essay Undo Menya Wonau, which simply means to be able to work your essay and get the best benefit out of it is not an easy task. To give birth to a good children and successful children, it depends on your essay. To get a husband or a wife, so that your wife and you will have the same understanding and things will be good for you in marriage, it depends on your essay. To be rich and to be successful in life, it all depends on your essay. That's why the Ewe's essay is more celebrated than all the three deities or gods in our Trinity. Because essay is said to be you, the one that sent you as an individual into this world, that God that sent you into this world to do whatever assignment they have given to you. So it is good to know it and know what assignment that destiny father or destiny mother, we call it essay dada, sent you to do. And without knowing the assignment or the business you have come to do in this world, you will just be perambulating, going in a circle, try this, try that. You see any man who has dick, you jump. You see any woman who gets breast, you jump. You never know who actually is your partner. But then when you do your essay and you know this thing, they will tell you certain things that you should avoid, certain people that you should cut off, certain kind of places you should not visit. And that essay, the positive essay, will work for you. But if you don't do that, after all, whatever the essay came into the world with or for is what you will achieve. And if it is not in a proper way, then you are in trouble. So our essay will achieve whatever it has come into this world to do, but we first have to know what it has come to do in this world, and then we go alongside with it and be able to achieve it. Thank you very much. There are certain people in their destiny, they are not supposed to have children. By having children, they may die. Or they may have children and the children will be disrespectful to them, and through that, they will have challenges. There are some people who are not supposed to marry a light-skinned woman or a fair complexion man. But since they don't know, maybe that's what looks more beautiful to them than what they are. And there are some people also who are not allowed by their essay to associate with dark-skinned people. But without knowing all this thing, maybe for a person like me, Let me use myself as a sample. Maybe I like dark-skinned women, but maybe that is not my destiny. Or I like the fair-skinned women, but it is not in my destiny. But that is what my desire is for. So me, I will be chasing, and at the end of the day, I'll be having problem and having a problem, but I did not know why. I will just think that at the end of the day, the woman is not good, but it is probably, or the man is not good, but it's probably your destiny. Who doesn't? That is not the kind of person you should associate with. So our destinies, you need to know your destiny first before you will know exactly how to work with destiny. Thank you for that beautiful question, Deo Caritas test. I'm grateful. And then we have Henry Fleet. Hi, happy Sunday. Hello, Henry. I think it's been a long time. How are you doing? I will introduce you to the computer, how to use it. And then after you set it up and it's working, then you have to buy or download certain applications that will help the computer to function well. And those applications will have some way of telling you what to do before you download. These are called initiations, because you are being introduced to the thing through either by reading a book, they will give you this thing, or someone as a teacher is teaching you, okay, you want to do decoding. This is what you do. Do this, do that. That's called initiation. But in the spiritual aspect, so it is also that somebody has to introduce you and tell you what to do so that you can be successful. Without it, you can be playing with your computer without reading any book and you think that you know it. You only crash it. So life in general, before people learn anything new, they need to be taught. That teaching that is done to give you idea is called initiation. So in the spiritual world, they need to teach you by a certain standard and say this and this, or this will be what you should do if you want it to work. So I don't know how people understood what initiation is at all. And then we have our sister Amina Kasim says, Christians and Muslims don't hide their spirituality. Why should those of us practicing African spirituality? You know, see, Christians and the Muslims are not practicing spirituality. They are practicing religion. It's a religion they are practicing. They are not practicing spirituality. Most Christians who say, oh, we are spiritual, they are not spiritual. They're just religious people who believe and have faith. Africans do not use faith and belief to do things. We will do things practical. But of course, there is a Christian, put it off. No, just don't remove it. But there is also the Christian spiritualists who do not expose themselves to the public, and there are also Muslim spiritualists who are completely not open and to the public until you come to them. Like some of the Malams who use the Quran to do certain things, you need to go to them. But that's not what they teach in the church, the mosque. You need to go to them to assess their knowledge and wisdom. Those are spiritual people, but the majority of Muslims and majority of Christians are just practicing religion. And also some number of people in African traditional spirituality are only practicing the religious aspect of it. They have just a worshiping. They don't do the practical nitty-gritty things to make the thing work for them. And that's what most people have been introduced to, thinking it's just like Christianity, you need to bow down and pray and then pour libation. Pouring libation is this, but there are some practical other things that have been done. Especially when you are pouring libation to your ancestors, you also from time to time you have to do a reading to find out what is going around you. And if your ancestors demand that you have to feed them or do something, when you do it, then you see results. Thank you very much, Amina, for that beautiful question. And then Kuri Yaro said, are there initiations which don't require you to keep a voodoo and be feeding it? There are so many initiations that you don't have to have a voodoo. Because at my shrine, when I initiate you, I don't give you any voodoo. unless, of course, if you are having a ring or a bracelet or something. But I don't give you a voodoo. But the voodoos will be with you. And those people who want to have a voodoo will demand that, oh, I want to have the complete voodoo. And then we make it for them. But it's not every initiation that they have to hand a voodoo to you, unless, of course, you request for voodoo. Majority of the people who took initiation at our shrine, we have not given them any voodoo. But wherever they are in the world, when they call the voodoo, it works for them. So there are so many ways of doing voodoo practice, not only carrying a voodoo and feeding it. If you are afraid of feeding voodoo, that's why you don't want to be initiated. You can go to many places and you can tell them. I don't think any shrine is saying that, okay, if we initiate you, then you have to carry the voodoo home. Unless, of course, you demanded that you want to take a voodoo, then they will make the voodoo for you. And most of the time, it will be at a different cost. Thank you very much, Kudi Yaro, for these beautiful questions. We are all learning. I'm grateful. Okay, let's see. Okay, GIS FX is saying, how can I do ancestral consultation? Reach out to anybody who knows how to divine, a diviner, or Babalawo, a Bokor, or a Huno who can do consultation for you. Then you can do it. Thank you. Is that finished from there? There are so many there again. Oh, we saw those already.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you all very much for waiting for this long. We're having some challenges logging into the social media, especially TikTok, and we just logged in. Were you able to log in with that phone?
But now they want the authenticator, so now the 7
You have to come to my place again. See, so they still want the authenticator here.
So anyway.
Oh, this one. You hold my phone. Let me continue with it. So we were having some challenges logging into TikTok in particular. So, but then we are working on it. So now we are live on the Facebook and YouTube. Thank you all very much for having the patience to wait for us. Last week I wasn't here because my health wasn't that good. God so good today, I am a little bit better and I can join you and we can now navigate the spiritual world, African spirituality here. Thank you all very much for having the patience. Okay, I will pour libation, and after pouring the libation, I will start with the question, comments, and greetings. Thank you all very much for working. I am your host, Bokor Christopher Voncujovi. I'm grateful. Oh, ago mauga, ago mauga, ago mauga, mauga sobolisa, meduago, mauga kitikata, meduago, ese joto amejoto, ese na anuame, sete na anuame, wamena fevi, dokuna fevi, wamena fevi mebianu, dokuna fevi ogbena, mauga se mebianu magate numuro,
maybe alarm sese agbedidi ngogbe yi na nipa kle vinyo kaka me DJ me na ameyo bete di enwe nam dagbe me yo sheme ham fora shope semi fora shope te me do ago yo abraxa me yo zi adre po do ago yeta adre to be vi me kuna wo ve soto wo ve so re kama yo me do ago me yo mi no zo je anyiri zo kaka chikas boji adre me ala fa banya gba mi la pe banya gba mi njoro hono me yo la kekelo wenya ingba ma jo flolo afokula ingba mo do adika wenya avli me ma tekulo eteku etega o me yo akan gbechi o kan ngoli ba kan jefo ba kan busu ba kan trofo ba kan menyu ba kan dufia ba kan mami wata ba kan age ba kan peli pa bi megba ahaja do lo akofla ba me doju efiato ba nsro me doju me yo mi nuda o me yo mi khogba o be wa o kaku o pe mi o zango me yo mi preview la keke mi khogba selo dagbe jimele mi yo lesia ye me yo ejo pata jo maku afoke me vole mo je chi me vole Voodoo me gbere kokolo ku atole fofo me jogbenye ohe be jogbenye me to ya mo lo mo ju to anu kwa pe ve yin le pe me gbeto ba jo tu so kle bu mo no te pe ka jo pata be yele hafi eju fo ba jo ni jo pata o pe fia jo pata me tro na me gbeda mo lo avifa gbe elie di na jo pata ne no ani ape mi ajo lo jo pata yen ya te fe me yo me se gbo jide to gbe de nta ba pelu ti zugbolu ajima ogboju pe odoja lo fe nko me valentine fafa me lo va alojo na pefu ago sapate me yo atigele me yo gorobudu me yo ken alafia. Why won't you pass like this rather so that I can also see the question? Because if you place it there, I will not be able to see the questions.
Oh,
The TikTok.
you see the questions on the screen.
And the screen, if you put the another.
We'll put it like this.
Okay, wherever you put it.
There.
Me yo jokpata, me yo jokpata yen atefe me yo amesi me gbo jire to togbe de ntapa pelu ti zugbolu ajima ogboju pe odoja fun ko Valentine fafa mi za lojo na pefu ago sapa te me yo atigeli me yo goro bi me ro keke lafia me yo me ga sese geja papa sese togbe geje me do ago me yo brahini me yo bobochi me yo ngbe me yo foli koko mo ke goble godo kuche kuma komla ga togbe yo yo mi lo kuto me ne fana mi gbogbo me yo tonye kuto me ne fana mi lo yo tonye ko se poku akubi yo no nye mary akoso aboku fonye ko geje tasinye amo osi fusi jam koso abra kobra mama nye gbojo imba to gbenya ko kofi to gbenya akubi amensa mama nye doru yepe ngbepe kuno kuto me ne fana mi yo pe nye Celestine ya waku ye me yo Katrina akubi ya fo ya sense ko jo fonye ya obe na akubi ya kuto me ne fana mi lo ye me yo mi asro e wo mbo chicha chupe akubi ya Cecilia pe na e ka tepe mensa kuto me ne fana mi me yo awu no tuji ba ko tuji to tuji me yo ra ko kini hase ko nja barasu baraku na me yo lo me yo boko ada friso so fa hu agbo fi boko afacha wa joge hu no hu le va po hu no hu le gbe ya me ga to be ma ze kuto me ne fana mi me yo to be na entre tout le jita to be ma Abraham jibe no cha to be fi ato si mon kabila be nyara si agoti me kuto me ne fana mi lo ye me yo amaga koku anatovi ankaima kuto me ne fana me yo happy akoso abaji yo Harrison George ajohu me yo Daniel Evie kwa manela agbaro kuto me ne fana ni kekekekekeke me yo Bokor klomala azuma agbovi kuto me ne fana me yo toboko kwa mi vi ajoge kuto me ne fana ni yo echenye Ruben komla akubia kuto me ne fana mi apete gbogbo me na gbogbo me fana mi me yo aboti sakraka me chwa ba be adogo okotokolire onko okunuma ku agbenu gbere to be yo ale acho franta mani ofifini ku abisinkra o kofito jabaku o chotu akofito he kofi atara kable me yo me kable godogodo me na hanya pete lo me yo togbe ho gbato me gba Voodoo to ra ko ibubu me asapa za gidi ko yo hato ko shinyo hato kere ku me yo ni dagbe beji me yo mi do me yo Voodoo pete program aklama me do ago na klogo ho chichi yo togbe glim do yo togbe ju manyam ni me yo gojo me yo danga bo dan do dan kitikpo bi jama ni yo se me ganya me san do me kele me yo mi apepe dan bi omi nyolo dan afa le omi nyo nya gakpe ga no me gbedo me na me sia me yo apeli kakalaka gbere mi na ngo me yo ra ke dagbe me yo trevinu benu hokwa nu pete me yo mi ba ha dagbe lo ye me yo gogle be zi o tonu epe me fo hara ina keke yo afana godu afagbo majiso pẹ́pẹ́ Thomas ọ̀lẹ́ mẹ́ dàpá àbìdì mẹ́yọ́ pọ̀lì gbé méjì yẹkú méjì wọlé méjì dì méjì lọ́sọ méjì ngọlé méjì abúlá méjì akala méjì gbúdá méjì sá méjì ká méjì túrúpẹ̀ méjì túlá méjì lẹ́tẹ̀ méjì tse méjì fún méjì pọ̀lì tse túlá mẹ́yọ́ kẹ́lẹ́bọ̀ bí dẹ́kẹ́ fún àtọ́ba dò wọ́n àmẹ́tọ́ba dẹ́ nyá dẹ́ má wọ̀ ní di kóngóngóngó lo ẹ̀mí yọ tọ́gbẹ́ yàrá kò sẹ̀gẹ̀ sugu ọ̀pọ̀ ààrẹ náà mi ọ̀pẹ́ kékékékékékékékéké mẹ́yọ́ zàdàgìrì pẹ́ sẹ́sẹ́ bọ̀nà bí ẹ̀pẹ́ dé do meganye gati nɔvi okpe yi me yi ɖe kpe home ɖe nava zu tubutubu lo wòha ɖe kekekekeke me yɔ xɔlɔvi akpo akpo tu akpo me yɔ miɔ pete kekeke dagbe. Yo, so we are now back from our libation pouring, so we can now go on to this coffee. Well, this angle in which this camera is will not be the best. You either lower it so that it comes in front of this one, lower the tripod so that it can be in, let it go down, let it go down, let it go down. Yes. Turn it so that I can face and pick the background. Yes, better this way. Yeah, much better. Okay, great. Okay, so now let's go to we go to Facebook first. Is that not it?
Yes.
That's Africa Magic ReVodution Voodoo Education. Thank you all very much. We have Marcus Mosiah in Nigeria saying, good afternoon, Papa. Hello, Luxin. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. And you've been here for a while now. How are you? And I still send my condolences to the loss of your mom 1 year ago. I hope you people are keeping her will and her wish on. May the ancestors give her a resting place to rest peacefully. Thank you very much for joining. And then we have our sister Zil Harris said this is so much up to see Mr. Bokor as a magician. This is so much fun to see Mr. Bokor as a magician. Yes, we are also professional entertainers. And even last night, the children had some entertainment magic at Queen Mother's birthday last night, and they came back this dawn. Yeah, thank you very much, Zil. And then we have Celia Ameji say, hello, Papa. Good evening. Hope everyone is doing good too. Please, in reading, can you differentiate or do fall for one person? What is it?
Please, in reading, can different Odu fall for one?
Can different Odu fall for one person? Yes, because if you do a reading today, the Odu that has fallen for you today, if you do a reading again in another 2 or 3 hours or even another 4 minutes later, the Odu will be a different one. So different Odu falls at different times. It is only during Afa initiation that when one Odu has fallen for you, that will talk about your destiny and your life. So that Odu become your permanent Odu for life, because it will say all the things that are in your life story already. The ones that had been happening before you got Afa, and those that will happen in the future or is going to be there as a package so that you can know how to live your life. So different Odus can fall for one person in different readings. Thank you very much. But then we have Direndra Thomas saying hello. Hello, Direndra. Thank you very much for waiting. You've been here for almost 2 hours. We were having challenges, so that's why. And I also was doing a reading for one of my closest partners. So that's why we took some time to come back here. I hope you are fine. Like we had already said the other day, I had asked people in Canada to give you your money back, because it seems like the work I did for you, you are not seeing the solution to it. But when I check, but when I check with FA, whether what I did for you, is everything going to work? Afa kept telling me there was something that was shared with her hand. What is this one? Somebody, there's something that you look at it.
No, just, I think someone wants to come on there.
No, so you just remove it.
No, you just leave it. You don't have to. You just,
So I checked with Fa, and Fa said yes, whatever we did, everything is going to come on. But you know, as I always said, I'm not a spirit, and I'm just a human being. I'm not a god. I follow the directions of spirits, and whatever they told me to do, that's what I do. And if they give me the assurance that whatever they asked me to do and I did it and things will change, yes, that's why I usually and normally will not give you a time frame, because if I give you a time frame, I will be deceiving you. I will be pretending as if I were a spirit. That's why I don't give time frame, but I do. And with the years of my experience, I also know that when my oracle tells me that something will happen, I don't doubt it. I only wait to see it happen, and I have seen it many times. So since you are not really feeling comfortable, it may look as if I have deceived you or taken your money. I'm not that kind of person, and I did not build African Magic Temple to take advantage of other people's weaknesses, and I will be happy while the people will be sad. So I had asked my friend to give you the money, and you keep the money. I'm not going to reverse the work. The work is done, and anytime that you begin to see results from the work I did for you, you can then send me the money that I charged you for buying items as well as workmanship. But meanwhile, I'm going to return all to you. Yeah, I care for my reputation than the money that people give me. And I am not a god, I'm not a spirit, I just follow. And the many people who have worked with me over the years can attest to that. When I say it will happen, it will happen. Yeah. So very sorry that it has taken so long, but that's what that I can do. Thank you very much, Brother Dinendra Tomar in Canada. Thank you very much. So this week, my friend and client is going to call you, and I have worked for him several times, and he has even given me all the Thanksgiving so far. So he knows my work. He also lives in Canada. Thank you very much, Brother Dinendra. Then I have Zil Harris. Hello to everyone. Is this streaming live on Clubhouse or TikTok today also? Zil, we have a problem with our launching our TikTok on my iPhone. I don't even know why that is happening. So we had it done the other day on one camera, but then today TikTok has changed their listening again, and we cannot put everything on one camera again. I think it has to take us some time again to get them to allow us to stream with one camera. So the phone that we used to use for Clubhouse is now what we are using to do the TikTok. So I don't think today I will be on Clubhouse because we don't have a phone that can connect us to TikTok, and we are using the Clubhouse phone to do the TikTok. So I'm sorry. If you can come on Facebook or YouTube, you can still see and watch me, and you can still ask your questions. I'm grateful. Bokor, come and take this phone. There's some things it's asking. I don't know why today these things are happening. I don't know whether it is a general problem or not. And then we have a Heru Asakara. I mean, say greetings, Baba. Glad to hear you. May the powers of God continue to protect you. Thank you very much, my brother. I'm grateful. Today I'm able to sit here, and I'm thanking God and everybody. Thank you and all the ancestors for making me strong to be able to be here today. Thank you very much. And then we have Sena 1. Is it true that after libation, please, Sena Kwame, okay, it's not Sena 1. Sena Kwame, is it true that after libation to the ancestors, you must respectfully send them back to their realm. No, I don't do that. I don't, after pouring libation, I don't send them to their realm, because whatever libation I pour here is just here, and it affects the physical, affects the spiritual. So I don't send them to their realm. But in some ways, when you invoke the ancestors, there are certain times they will say you should send them. But in this case, this kind of invocation we are doing by pouring libation is only revering their name and paying homage to them. We're not invoking them to come and do anything for us than to come that we respect them. We show reverence to their name for them being part of our life. That's what I know. So I don't send them back to their realm, and I have not learned that from my fathers either. Invocation is different from libation pouring. Thank you. And then I think it's the same question that Sena Kwame has asked twice or three times. And then Sena Kwame again went on and said, can you consult a different Bokor to confirm a reading? Yes, it's advisable that when a Bokor does a reading for you, or did a reading for you to be able to be sure of what that Bokor told you. If you choose, you can go to two other Bokors, including the one that you have consulted with already, to be able to know what you want to hear and to see. But in some cases, when a Bokor does a reading for you, and everything that you wanted to hear came out in that simple single reading, you don't need to go anywhere to confirm anything anymore. Unless, of course, what you are looking for is not appearing in a reading, then you go around looking for confirmation from other Bokors. Thank you very much. This one you have to increase the font because I can't see well.
Yes,
This
please.
is YouTube.
Yes, please.
Okay, so we have a YouTube, and start from the top, right?
Yes.
We have a Giscard, the one Ja. He said, good afternoon, sir. How are you? Hello, Giscard. I am good, and good afternoon to you too. How are you and your family? Hope everybody is fine. How's your younger brother? My regards to your loved ones. Thank you very much. Then we have Uptown Films, say greetings from the North. Thank you, Northern California, Francisco Bay area. Okay, San Francisco Bay area. So Uptown Films, thank you very much for joining. It's been a while. I haven't seen you on the program for a while. Thank you very much for joining today's program. I'm grateful. Then Uptown Films went on to say, how do I get in contact with you? Do you have a link? Yes, our contact is in our profile. We have a telephone number, and we also have a Facebook presence. We have a YouTube presence. We have all the social media presence. So you can always contact us if you want. Thank you very much. And then Tommy Jigbezan says, so say greetings and good day, Papa Bokor Enuledo. Olivo Fun, America Medina Enudo. Tommy Jigbezan, thank you very much. I'm glad to see you feeling better, Papa. Thank you for all that you share and teach with us. It's truly a blessing and a gift from the ancestors and Voodoo. Thank you very much, Tobe Jigbezan. I hope you are well too, and your loved ones are well, your mom and everyone. Thank you all very much for praying for me. I get a little bit energy today, so I decided to come on the program. You know, last week I wasn't on the program at all, but today I am here. Thank you all very much. And then we have Bokor Kwabena Penny Safo. Say, hi, Papa. Greetings from Ada and I from New Jersey. Okay, thank you very much, Bokor. How are you, and how is your wife? I hope you're both fine. Thank you all very much. I had been sick a little bit, but now I'm getting better. So I wasn't on the program last week, and even the week before I wasn't that great, but last week I totally wasn't on the program. But today I am here. Thank you all very much. I'll be doing about 2 hours, and then I will get off the program and go and rest. Thank you all very much for being part of this program, Bokor, Kwabena Penny, and wife, Ada, for this. And then Bokor, Kwabena Penny say, I hope you, okay, I will call you Dr. Bokor. I will not call you Bokor only, I will call you Dr. Bokor Kwabena Penny. Dr. Bokor Kwabena Penny. I hope you and everyone in AMT is doing well today. Yes, we are all doing well today, and hope you and Ada are also fine. Thank you very much for your concern and for joining today's program. I'm very grateful. Thank you all. And then we have Togbe Jigboza also saying, I also, Papa, I noticed that some spirits amongst the Ewe are of Yoruba origin. Do you know how this may have come about? Yes, I know how this has come about. You see, the Ewes and the Yorubas at one time lived together. The Ewes migrated from a very far place, and they had crossed so many oceans and other places before reaching our current place, which is part of Nigeria, Benin, Togo, and then also part of Ghana. So the Ewes at one time were living with the Yorubas together. So I think the Ewes, I'm not very sure, but I think I have read somewhere or heard from some elders that Ewes were also in Ile Ife at one time with the Yorubas. So this affair that the Ewes are doing, actually the origin is from the Yorubas. That's why in Ewe affair, when they are invoking the oracles through the Voodoo, there is a portion in it that says the Voodoo or Ewe of the Anago people. Means Afa is a Ewe of Anago people. Anago people are the Yorubas in Ewe. The Ewes call the Yorubas Anago. So they will say the Ewe of Anago people. That alone tells the story that our ancestors got this information or this knowledge and wisdom from the Yoruba people. So the Ewes had lived with the Yoruba people at one time, and there are so many words, not only Voodoo, there are so many words in Yoruba that have the same pronunciation and meaning in Ewe. So that, I think that's the reason, that's why you see that some of the Voodoos that the Ewes work with are Yoruba related. Yeah. I believe very strongly Baba Legba is one of those Voodoos, because Legba is also Legba in Ewe. People call it a shoe in Nigeria, but mostly the Ewes call it Legba. But then in Nigeria also, some part of the Yorubas call it only Legba. So we have some things in common, very common, the language-wise, and also some spirituality-wise. And our people had learned some things from them. Yeah. And then we have Uptown Film say yes, and then Uptown Film say I see it now. Thank you very much. And then we have Bokor Kwabena Penny say, thank you, Papa. I could only accomplish that achievement thanks to the spiritual assistance from AMT. So I am so grateful. We are very happy for you, Dr. Bokor Kwabena Penny. We are very, very, very happy with you, and we are happy to associate with you. Thank you very much for that warm explanation and comment. And then Dr. Bokor Kwabena Penny said, and we are glad to see that you are much better today, Papa. We continue to pray for your continued health. I'm very, very, very grateful. And then we have Uptown Film say Akpe now Bokor. Thank you, Akpe Melio. Thank you very much. Yeah. So we with so many beautiful, what is that? So many is it emoji.
Yes.
Yeah, plenty emoji. Thank you, Uptown Films. I'm grateful. Yeah. Okay, so we go on to TikTok again, and we see if there are some new comments there.
Sorry, let me reduce.
We take our time. Don't worry. We are not in a rush. Okay, we have Emmanuel Stanza. Say hello, boss. Hello, Emmanuel. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the live streaming. I'm grateful that you come on this program. I think this is your first time I'm noticing your name. I don't know. Maybe I have seen it in the past or not, but it seems to me like today is the first time. So please, someone has taken a huge amount of money from my friend in Germany. And then, and I would like to know if you can help move the cursor.
Yes, please.
That's all.
Yes.
And I would like to know if you can help. In which way was the money taken? That's what I can, is the first question I'll ask you. We at Africa Magic Temple, we do all kind of works for people. But before we do works for people, we do consultation. It is in the consultation that we will know what to do for you. And if we do a consultation for you and the spirits say they can get your money back for you or get your friend's money back for him, we will let you know. But by ourselves, we can't say, yes, we can get your money back for you, or we cannot get your money back for you. It is the spirits that we are going to send, and they are the ones going to tell us what should be done. And if they can, they will tell us that they will. If they cannot, they will also let us know that no, they cannot get it for you. Thank you very much, Emmanuel Stanza. I'm very grateful for that question. And then we have Princess Diane 6. Say hi. Hello, Diane. Princess, how are you? Thank you very much. And then we have our big sister Luna Nicole. Says Sunday blessings, Papa and AMT family. I'm grateful to join today's section with you all. We are also very grateful, big sister, that you are able to join today's section. I wasn't here last week, and I think you knew that. But today, at least I get some energy, and I am here. Thank you for having the patience to wait. I'm very grateful. And then we have our big sister Angela Ghani, Mrs. Williams in the US, Atlanta. I say greetings, Papa and AMT family from Torafe and Angela. Thank you very much, big sister Angie. And how is Torafe? I hope you are all fine. I saw your holiday honeymoon photographs on Facebook, and I love them so much. My regards to the whole family, to your children and everybody. I'm grateful that you joined today's section. How is Kadi? I think she is maybe somewhere on the program. I don't know yet. Thank you very much. And then Obidombi Kachri. Obidombi Kachri. I think
Some tree names.
Obidombie. Is it Obidombie? Obidombie Kachri. I hope it's not Abina. I hope it's not Amabina. Let me see the picture. Maybe she's the one. Let me see. Oh, okay. She's not the one. Okay. So, Obidombie Kachre say, please, some car agents has fraud me an amount of money over 3 million Ghana cedis. Please, I need help. Please help me. Obidombi Kachri, please, what as I just said to another person is the same thing I was saying to you. You need, if you want to find out if you can get the money from your person who frauded you, do a spiritual consultation, and the spirits will give you the answers whether they can do it or they cannot do it, and then you will know your stand. And also, they will find out what was the condition under which the person defrauded you. And then if it is something they can work on and get it back for you, they will let you know. But sometimes, even if they say yes, they can do it, you still have to have patience to see that things take time to happen, because this has already happened before you are asking them. So there is possibility the person has already spent the money, and even to get the person to get your money back for you, the person, it will take time for the person to put things together, even if the spirits have worked on it. So you can call our office line and book for a spiritual consultation in order to find out if they can help you. Thank you very much. And the Papa and the Obidio B. Kajri say, Papa, please help me, and I will thank you specially. No problem. We have been helping people in different situations, and they have been thanking us. So if you do a consultation and the spirits say they can help, we will do the physical aspect and see what will come out of it. So reach out to our office line, and they will book an appointment for you for a consultation. Or you can ask more questions there. Thank you very much. But if you still have any question to ask me, Kachri, let me know. Okay, thank you very much. And then we have Emmanuel Stanza. Please, someone has taken, okay, it's the same thing that I have just answered already, I think, because they might have sent the questions a long time before I sat down. And then they say, I'm very serious here, and police is not, that is Obidon B. Kachre was saying, I'm very serious here, and police is not helping me get my money, Papa. Okay, so we will see how we can be of help to you. Please reach out to our office and book an appointment for a consultation to see if it is possible that that money can be retrieved for you. They will let you know, and then we will work on it for you. And then we have KK Ginga 1, which is Kadi Fisher. I said, greetings, Papa and AMT family. Thank you very much, Kadi Fisher. How are you? Thank you. And how is Cameron? Hope the whole family is doing well. I'm grateful that you joined today's section. And then we have Sunday GH say, Papa, good evening. Good evening, Sunday. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the section. I hope you and your loved ones are doing well. You are welcome to today's program. Thank you very much. And then we have some other people. Sunday G. So, Papa, how can I visit you? Sunday GH, our profile, in our profile, we have our telephone number. And sometimes even when we are doing this, we are putting a telephone number, we are pinning it there. Call the number, make all the inquiries why you want to see me, and then you can book an appointment and see me. It's not a difficult thing to see me. Thank you very much. And then we have Jerry Roofing Expert. He say, hi, good evening. Hello, Jerry. Good evening. How are you? Thank you very much and welcome to the program. I hope you and your loved ones are doing well. Thank you once again. And then we have a Nini Afi, the third,
The second.
Ni and Ni Afi, the next second. Say, greetings, Papa. Hello, Ni. Greetings to you. How are you? Thank you very much. Thank you. I hope you are fine. And then Keke Ginga Kadifisha say, Papa, you know I am here. Yes, that's why I say you are somewhere. I haven't seen you yet. Thank you very much. And then Angela Gani say, we are great and love you, Papa. We love you too. Thank you. We love you all, the whole family. Thank you very much, Angie. We are grateful. Obi Dombi Kachri say, Papa, please, how do I do the spiritual consultation, please? Please, what you do is take our number, call the number, and they will discuss with you, and they will tell you what things you should bring for the consultation. And once they give you a booking date, we will be there to do the consultation with you. Thank you very much. Then Obidombi said, okay. Okay, Papa, thank you. Thank you too for asking the question. And okay, please, how much is the consultation fee? In Ghana, our consultation fee is 500 Ghana cedis plus 2 bottles of Bombay Sapphire 1 liter size Bombay Sapphire, 2 bottles of Bombay Sapphire, plus 500 Ghana cedis. That's our consultation. But then if you live outside the borders of Ghana, our consultation is $165 US. I want you people to take note of this, that we at African Magic Temple, we don't force anyone to come and do a reading with us. If you feel that our consultation charges are too much and you cannot afford it, we don't have a problem with that. We don't force anyone to come and do a reading with us. And so also is that when we do a reading for you, we don't force you to do the ritual. If you feel that you want to do the rituals to make things change for you in your life, definitely we are ready to do the rituals for you. But we will not do after doing a reading for you, even that one, we will tell you how much we will charge for our reading. And we are not going to force you to do reading. We are not such kind of a shrine. We will never force anyone to do a reading. But if you think that the charge that we are charging for a reading and you can afford it and you want us to do the reading for you, we will do it for you, and you will be very happy when the reading comes out. You yourself, you will see, you will think as if we were with you all along. However, after doing a reading, usually rituals follow a reading. And if you agree to do a reading with us and also decide not to do the rituals, we don't have any problem with you at all. As I always say, that you brought a problem to us to find out what ways you can go through to solve them or to overcome that challenge. So the problem in the first place is your problem. You only brought it to us because we are diviners, and we will look into it and tell you what is happening in your life before such problems are happening. And we will also give you advice as per what the oracle told us to tell you, that this and that is what you should do to overcome the challenge that you are going through or you are facing. Under no circumstances would we ever force you to come and do a ritual after a reading. If you come to do it, fine. You don't come to do it, it's fine. And as I always say, after all, it's you who brought the problem to us. So the problem is yours. It is not our problem after all. We only saw things and told you because you asked us to find out why things are happening on you. And we found them out and we told you. If you don't want to get nothing to do with it, we are fine. But some people will get angry when you tell them that if we do a reading for you and you don't do the ritual, the problem is not ours, it's yours. And some people may get angry. Why do we say that the problem is theirs? But that is the naked truth. It's you who has problem. And you came and asked us to look into it for you. And we did. And we are telling you what to do. If you want to do it, fine. You don't want to do it, I am not going to force you. And no one from my shrine will force you to do it. That's why if you are connecting with African Magic Temple, make sure you connect with the real African Magic Temple, the main source. We have only one telephone number for African Magic Temple, apart from my private number. If you are dealing with anybody else who is associated with us in whichever way, and your money got taken away, or some people come on our page, they don't know, as they put their numbers there, and sometimes they try to tell you how cheap they could do your work. And if you follow them and you fall into a pit, don't hold us responsible, because they don't work with us. African Magic Temple has only one number, plus my personal number. And if these two numbers are not the one you are chatting with or discussing with, then it is not African Magic Temple. Thank you very much. And then we have Obi Dombi Katri say, okay, Papa, please, how much is the consultation? That's what I've just said. And then Obi Dombi Katri say, please, can I get the office number? Okay, Bokor, type it again.
Yes, please.
And then we have Afro Bold Print. Good evening, great man, Mr. Voncujovi. Thank you very much, Afro Bold Print. I think I know this name. Yeah. I know the name sounds very familiar. But, what did they put there?
Afro Bold Print and
April. Yes, I don't know whether they are the ones printing our t-shirts. Okay, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, Afro Bold Print, for joining. Hope you are fine. Thank you very much. And Agbevivi, you can contact African Magic Temple on +233 262 367578. That's our office number, please. So please, those of you who want to get to the office number, please call the office number and make your enquiries. I'm grateful. And then move up. And then we have Kofi Vince. It's a good evening, Father. Please, how can I get a spirit friend to work with? You can only get a spirit friend to work with when you go to a person who has a spirit. Spirits don't just come and say, I want to befriend you. It's you who will go, or you will be doing a spiritual work, and then they can befriend you. But for the first time, you need to start to do a spiritual work or go to a person who has spirits. Then you can get a spirit friend if you are lucky. Change it to home. Okay, let's start there. Let me go from there. And then we have an uptime film. Say someone had stole some CDs out of my BMW one time last year when I was at work, and I no longer have this BMW anymore. But I wanted to know, is there a way that the spirits can have that person? Yes, there is a way spirits can have that thing, but it will take a very long time because the thing had happened a long time ago. And there is also high possibility that the person who has stolen your CD from your BMW may not be close by as the person was at that time. And there is also possibility that the person may not even be alive anymore, or the person may already have stolen somebody's thing and is probably in jail. So many things can happen. So when things happen for a long time before a person comes to seek spiritual help, the person should not expect that, or in a snap of a finger or in a twinkle of an eye, the solutions will come. This is the difference between religion and spirituality. Religion tells you to have faith, but spirituality is a practical thing and it's based on formula. And when the formula is right, you get to the results and the answer. It may take some time, but you will get there. Because if someone who stole your thing or has taken something that is dear to your heart, and the person has taken it and taken it far away, and you cannot get it, or the person also has put some influence, let's say spiritual influence, on what they have taken from you, or the person they've taken from you is locked up in a situation, whether in a jail, in a house, or under a spiritual influence. You cannot expect it that it will just come out immediately. But if the oracle and the spirit say that it shall be, it will be, then definitely it shall be. Thank you very much. And then we go on up and say, whoever it was bring my items back. Is there like spirits or something that can do that? I mean, I heard about some that can do that in the past. I don't know if that's true or not. It depends what you are looking for. Honestly, you see, like at our shrine, there are so many instances that people's items got missing and they found them. Even human beings got missing and we found them for them. And some, they even died and their bodies were burnt, but we were able to find them. Our spirits were able to identify a place where the police later went there and found the bones, and they did a dental check-up, and they realized that was the person who we were looking for. There were people who got missing. A Down syndrome child got missing about 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago during the Easter, and she couldn't talk or anything, and she is not from the location where she got missing at. And we did what we could do, and they were able to find it. So the spirits can do so many things, but the person that is asking the spirits to do the work must have patience. Some, if the thing is just happening immediately and you chase it up, it becomes easier to get. But if it has taken some time before you are chasing it, it may be difficult. At least from our shrine, if the thing has taken a long time before you are chasing it, it may take some time to get it. But if the oracle says that you will get it, then you will get it. Yeah. But if it's something that got missing today, 3 days, you come. Yes, because before last December, there were people who stole money among themselves in one compound. The day the money was stolen, or the night the money was stolen, the following morning they all marched to our shrine. We did whatever we do. By the next following morning, the person who took the money brought the money back already. So it depends. But if the time elapsed, you should not expect that by a snap of finger, everything will just change. We have gotten people even out of jail, people who were even sentenced to jail for life, but we even got people out. So there's so much spirits can do, but then it all depends on each person and each person's situation. As my friend Dinendra would say, each situation is different. So each person's situation is different, but patience is the key, and with time will tell. Thank you very much. And then we have public relation. Doji over there say, hi Papa, hello, public relation, how are you? Thank you very much. And then public relation went on to say, may Voodoo Mau Fili restore your health and may you continue to be blessed. Thank you very much, public relation Doji. I'm grateful. Yeah, I hope that everything is going on with you. Yeah, I'm grateful. And then Uptown Film said, do you have those power rings or whatever they are called, where when you wear them, certain things you want and it happens? Do you make those rings? No, Uptown Films, I don't make those rings. I don't even know how to make them. Yeah, what I do here mostly is protection. Things that if I do rings and talismans for you or amulets for you, they are mainly to protect you. Yes, of course, some amulets are also there for you to attract good things towards yourself. But the way you said it is not exactly how mine is. Mine is to attract general goods towards you and also to ward off negative energies from attacking you. Seriously. Well, I say seriously because the negative things will come, but you will overcome them. That's what I'm trying to say seriously. Thank you very much, Uptown Films. I'm grateful. And then let's see other places. There's more here? No. Okay, Uptown Films. Wow. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I'm grateful. And then we are on African Magic Temple on Facebook, and we have a Sena Kwali. Can you consult a different Bokor to confirm? Okay, we answered that one. And then we have our brother Deus Caritas Est, and saying, does where I live have any spiritual significance? Yeah, sometimes everybody has their own energy and everybody has their own destiny cut out for them. For some people, there are certain parts of places that they are not supposed to be. There are people who are not supposed to live in a story building, even if it is just one floor above the ground floor. They are not supposed to live in such places. They can visit and do business there, but they are not supposed to stay there permanently. So such people, if they live on a higher floor, good things will not reach them. But if they live on the down floor, that's when good things happen for them. And some people can be like, if you live outside your locality or your home, you may not be able to be successful. Not that you cannot be making life, you can be making life, but to be successful and be what you wanted, it is not easy because where you are is not where your destiny is. So there are situations like that, but you can only do this to find out whether where you are is good for you, is not good for you. If you feel some kind of threat or feel uncomfortable, you can check, and then the spirit will answer you. Thank you very much. And said, for example, is it possible for someone's destiny to prefer they live in one city instead of another? Yes, it is possible. Your destiny can say this place is not good for it, and if you continue staying there, you can live there, but you will not be comfortable. Deo Caritas Esther, thank you very much for that beautiful question. Yeah, let's move forward if there is any, or we'll go to another platform. I think our brother Dinendra was on this side also 33 minutes ago. Hello Dinendra on ReVodution Voodoo Education, thank you. And then Uptown Film say wow, and then again, well, what is the wow there? What is so surprising? Then Uptown Film said, do you have anything that if there's a certain specific job one wants, you will get it? That one, I don't have anything like that, but you can check with spirits that is there anything they can do for you if you are looking for a particular job? Is there anything they can do for you so that you get that job? Sometimes it is your desire to get that job, but if it is not the spirit words to desire for you to get that job, it will be difficult for you to get it. But when you get spirit involved, you will get that job, but whatever will come alongside that job will also come along because you forced it out. I prefer doing things in nature's way. Whatever is good for me should come towards me, and whatever is not good for me should leave and go far away from me. Thank you very much. And then Uptown Film said that I said, wow, because I was intrigued, baffled, and yet marvel how you got whoever that was out of jail. Oh, okay. It's not one time. So, yeah. Okay, so we have Kofi Vincent. I said, good evening, Father. Please, how can I get spirit friend to work with? We have answered that one already, that get involved with a spiritualist who has spirits so that he can introduce you to some spirits that can be your friend. Yeah. And then Lona Nikos Papa, will a reading reveal your spirit guides or deities? Not always. Sometimes a reading can reveal your spirit guides, but it's only during initiation into Fa that your spirit deities and guides are usually plain and clear for you. Because, temporary readings are just part of the main thing. So sometimes in a temporary reading, certain things will come out, but not all. But when you do a fire initiation, always I say this a fire initiation, I know you are interested, you will have asked about 2 times, and Afa said it's still not your time. So I know you have this, but help, just keep faith alive. Now that my children are trying to set up a base in the US, slowly, once they are set up in the US, they will be coming over to help to do initiations and do so many things. So people who are not able to or were not able to come to Africa or Ghana will be able to go to some part of the US and get initiations done. We will get all the necessary priests that will be able to help to initiate, put them together, and they will initiate you. Thank you very much, big sister Lunanicos. And then we have Prince with Apple, say consultation fee. Depending on where you are in the world, and that's how the consultation fee is. And for this reason, you should call our office number. They will discuss with you where you are, and then, of course, they will tell you what consultation fee you are to pay. Thank you. Okay, I said, Uptown Film said, I need that job because I'm literally talking to you or typing in the back of a van here in specific city in San Francisco Bay Area. I'm homeless. Okay, I have seen so many people who are also homeless, not only you, but if works are done for you, first and the foremost is to find out what is happening in your life. If you are able to find out from the spirit world what is happening in your life, and the spirits give you directives or directions to do, to be able to turn over the challenges that you are having in life, and you follow them, with time, things will start to change for you for better. And then Uptown Films went to say, when you come to the US, please set up something here in Northern California. There's the San Francisco Bay Area, because we needed here, we needed here, definitely it's a hella, what?
Smackish.
It's hella smackish here. You know, everybody says that when I come to America, I should set up in their place. You know, my sisters and people in Atlanta, they are also want me to set up in Atlanta. And then the people in Ohio, they want us to be in Ohio. Our friends in Maryland want us to set up in Maryland. And our friends in Florida. So everybody actually wants us to set up in their place. But what we will be doing is that when we get to America, when we are in the process now, one of my sons is in the US now, and two others will be joining him in a couple of weeks' time. They will be coming to the US. So when they come, they will see the possibility of setting up a company, our company. And then of course there's already Shamba Musa who has been doing something about that already. So they will team up with him and see which one, what is possible, so that we can set up an office, a shrine, a place where people can consult and come and learn, and also get readings as well as rituals done for them. So between now and December, we will be deciding where we want to put our eggs. So you all get to know when that time comes. But it will be within the US, and it is not that we are going to spend a fortune just on ticket and accommodation to come here and learn spirituality. But for now, let us keep doing what we have been doing in the past until that is established. Thank you very much, Uptown Films. And then we have Uptown Films, yep, that good Ole Afa do. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, let's move on. Okay, so we have our big sister Luna Nicoso. We want you in Phoenix too. Yeah, you see. So where should we go? There's a saying in my Ewe language that The water that likes you is the one that goes into your pot. That when you go to the river to fetch water, usually you just have to dip your pot inside the river up to some point. And the water that likes to come to you is the one that will flow into your pot. So when the time comes, the water that flows into our pot, that's the water that likes us, and is the place where we will be. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm very grateful, and I am happy that you are so much alive with having a shrine, African Magic Temple in a shrine. And I know people in Canada also would wish that we set up in Canada so that we can meet the whole of North America and probably the South America from there. But I think the best place to set up will be in the US so that we can attend to people in South America as well as people in the Canada and the North. Thank you all very much. Yeah. Have we answered these ones already?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. My energy level is going down. Yeah, so. Okay, so Uptown Film said there is a lot of Ewe people here in San Francisco Bay Area. I met Hela Ewe here. Okay, so we will explore all those things. Yes, but Sunshine State, San Francisco is maybe the weather will be good for us more than other cold places, but we don't know yet. We don't know yet, but we will surely be somewhere in the US, and if there's a lot of Ewe people in San Francisco who also explore, there are so many other people who are not from Africa. They are initially Africans, but they are born in the diaspora, and they are also having the Ewe blood, especially those people who are coming from the Caribbeans, people coming from Guyana, people coming from Trinidad and Tobago, and then if you talk about Haiti, there's so much Ewe blood all around the world. Even in Brazil, my son Senna is even learning Ewe songs from a Brazilian who has been initiated into Mamiwata by Ewe people. And Senna is now learning, the priest, the Mamisi, is now sending the songs to Senna to learn. And Senna didn't know these songs, and when he sent them to me, I was explaining the songs to him, and he was so surprised that, so even in Brazil, he is learning about Ewe culture and Ewe spirituality. So Ewes are also all around the world, but they are not as bold as the Yoruba people. So they are very quiet people. They don't try to show off. Even those that are born in the diaspora, and they are not people who show off very much. That's why people do not know who they are. Ewes are very simple and very quiet people. Okay, let's do another 15 to 20 minutes more.
Yes, please.
Okay. So we have a big sister, Luna Nichols. So you are saying the water is going to continue to flow here in the US because it's currently on fire. Yeah, maybe we will find a place there, definitely. Yeah, the water is flowing towards the US. So I will be here in Ghana, but my children can be there to help. Then they will come from time to time to help people that they can help over there. And then our big sister Angela Gani also say Florida is close enough. Okay, so Florida and Atlanta are not that far away, so we can also think about both places, which one is the best. Yeah, Florida, yeah. Currently, that's what we are thinking about, that we'll start from Florida because we heard that there's a lot of people from the islands who settled there and they have interest in Voodoo. And we were thinking of starting from there. But whichever place they are coming, and they are there, they will find out which is the best. Thank you very much, Angie. I'm grateful. And then Angie Ganisi Papa, what can we take to get the knowledge, skills, and all that's needed to get a shrine in Georgia? Oh, you just need a priest. You just need one priest or priestess. That's all. Currently, you people are also priests and priestesses, but we have to train you to the point where you can also do divination for people. Then that's all. You will get a shrine because you have already been initiated, and you only need to learn how to do proper divination for yourselves and for other people. And that's all that is needed. And once you can do divination, then opening a shrine is not difficult for you as at all, so that when people come to you, you can at least do simple divination for them and be able to work as a team. Okay, we have Uptown Films, and I know I'm very talkative. You are not. We are all here learning, so it is just fine. And I'm asking a lot of questions, which is good. Don't feel shy or feel anything that you are asking too many questions, because we are here for people to ask questions so that we can be able to answer. And if other people are not asking the question and you are, it's a very good thing. So I know I'm very talkative and I'm asking a lot of questions because there was this YouTube channel called Prophet Lou. He deals with Voodoo, and for whatever reason, the spirits cracked up.
In him.
Eh?
I think cranked up in him.
Crank up in him means he got bobo inside his head. Okay, you know, we initially, Voodoo is not the same as Voodoo. Because when people talk about Voodoo, I sometimes ask people, what is the meaning of Voodoo? And people said it was brought to the Americas it was formed in the Americas by black people mixing Christianity and traditional African knowledge and wisdom, and they form what is called Voodoo. Okay, which is okay. I don't have any problem with that. But the word Voodoo, which actually the spelling is not Voodoo. That is a foreign way of spelling Voodoo. Voodoo is just simple VODU. VODU. Voodoo. Or even some people call it Vedu, which is VEDU. They are Ewe words, which simply means spirit or energy. So the word Voodoo, I don't understand, but a lot of people practice it, and I think people associated with it. So that's fine. So I don't know what that man probably was doing. Even in our Voodoo practices, if you use it for negative things, and the spirits realize that you are just using it for negative things, they will get you. They themselves will get you. Come and see this thing, that do we have enough power So it's going off. It is gone off. Is it the power?
No, this is internet.
The internet is not coming through.
The power. When you get.
Power of the phone.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. So the power of the phone is dying off. Can you connect it? No, that's the. But this is for not for phone, or is it for phone?
It's for laptop.
But you can connect
Yes,
the power.
Yes.
Okay. Come forward. Yeah, you can do it. It was only 3%.
Yes.
Wow. We are restarting it. Okay. So those who are still watching us, because the power of the phone we were using was dying off, that's why my technical manager came to fix it. So it has restarted, but I think your questions are still there. Yeah. Okay. We thank God. You are still here. So which question was I answering? I think it's that the Voodoo question.
Yes.
Yeah. So here, even in Africa, the home of Voodoo, if you are misusing your knowledge and wisdom for the sake of selfishness and distraction, definitely you can get cuckoo inside your head. You can get mad. Yeah. Because this knowledge is to help humanity. That's why they call it Voodoo, to give liberty. Thank you very much. And then upfront films, they said against, I think I'm not seeing this well. Yeah. Against me when I was asking questions that I was sincere about not knowing, and he was more concerned with me outshining him on his own YouTube channel, and that wasn't my agenda. Okay. So if you don't ask questions, how will you learn? And if a teacher is teaching you, the teacher is expecting you to ask him questions so that you can prompt him with different questions so that you can understand what he is teaching you. So maybe the questions you were asking him, he did not know how to give you answer. That may be what may probably make him angry. But for us, you ask us any question. If we can answer, we tell you straight away. We can answer. If we don't know the answer, we will tell you we don't know this answer. It's not a crime to say I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? So, Uptown Film, ask questions. Yeah. If you ask a question and I cannot answer, I'll tell you I cannot answer. Mm-hmm. And then Uptown Film went on. It simply just needed a lot of questioning answered because I've been homeless this November, December, will be 7 years. I will sleep in my BM and other cars, and now this van. Okay, sorry to hear that. I think the homeless problem is a universal, it's a worldly problem. Everywhere there is homeless. Even here in our country, there are homeless people. But you can get out of your situation if you find a way, or you ask the spirit world that what can I do to get out of this situation. They will show you direction for sure. Thank you very much. And Uptown there is a hella Igbo and Yoruba people here too, here in the San Francisco Bay area. Okay. Yeah, the Igbos, the Yorubas, the Ewes, the Akans. I think we are the people who travel from West Africa. We travel a lot, so you will find us everywhere. Thank you very much. And then Uptown Film says, man Bokor, come here to the Bay Area. Okay, I have heard you. I've heard you, Uptown Film. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. No questions there, right? Okay.
Okay, so
There's a question
yes, please.
from Sila.
Yes, please.
Okay, and then Sila, my in-law, my daughter-in-law, they say, Sila, say, Papa, please, after you do the ritual, you must do after a reading. No, you don't need to do an after reading, after doing a ritual. Most of the time, once a ritual is done, you are supposed to attain what you want. It is only when what you want is not coming that a reading has to be done to cross-check and find out what is stopping you from not getting what you are supposed to get after a ritual. Yeah. But also sometimes when people come to do reading, the Afa sees certain things and Afa will tell, or the oracle sees certain things and oracle will say. But somehow, instead of the people accepting that this is the situation, they try to deny it, and in order to confuse the Bokor who is doing the reading not to know what exactly is happening to them. But when you do such things, when the work is done, sometimes you don't see the proper results. Because if you have a wound on your leg and they want to clean the wound for you so that it can heal, you stretch the other leg that doesn't have the wound. It is you who has your problem. It's you who the wound will be feeling the pain. So sometimes people try to dodge the truth and they feel like, oh, you know too much about me without knowing me. And they try to withhold the information that Afa is saying by saying that, no, it's not true. No, this is not true. Meanwhile, that's exactly what is happening. So with such kind of situation, when a ritual is done, the Bokor finds it very difficult to get the results, quick results. But once Afa gives its time, yeah, it will come to pass. And then Sila went on to say, must you do another reading to know if your rituals were accepted or not? No, because the day the rituals are being done, the way the chicken and other things will fall, whatever animal is being used, there is a way we can tell if the ritual is okay. If it is not okay, we know. If it is okay, we also know. Yeah, by all means. You don't necessarily have to do another reading to find out whether your rituals were accepted or not. You will know. But that's what we are trained in. That's our work, so we know what is a good ritual and what is not. Because that's what we have been trained to do. Yeah, Uptown Fizz, Voodoo. That Voodoo spelling is a French spelling. The French, because they don't have the word ou directly in their this in everything, they have to add o and u. O and u become u. That's why you always see Voodoo spelled with Vodu. But our own people in Ewe language, Voodoo is only spelled with Vodu or Vedu. But because of the international atmosphere that we are in now, that's why we are all using the common word that people use in spelling by writing Voodoo and Voudou. Yeah, thank you very much for that. And then Uptown Fee said, I don't know if Prophet Lou was correct or not, but he said that there is no such thing as monitoring spirit that monitor you and differ in that. I don't know what you call monitoring spirit. Because your inner self, which we call a se, is also a spirit on its own. And it's the one that has taken flesh and you become a human being. So automatically your esse is already a monitoring energy or spirit within you. So that alone, before even you attend to anything, because when you sleep at night, don't you see that you move from one place to another? What do you think is moving about while your body is peacefully lying on your bed or lying in bed? There is a spirit that monitors you. Then Uptown Film said that the last time I visited his live feed, he couldn't wait to see if an opportunity to embarrass me in front of his class that angered me. If people don't like you, then don't go to their field. That's simple as that. Where you go and people do not like you, don't go there. I know you want to learn, but definitely there are so many good teachers online who are also willing to accommodate and learn, because our section is called Question and Answer section. African Magic Temple, Voodoo, ReVodution, Voodoo, Education, Question and Answer section. So our work to demystify the teachings of Voodoo and to make people to understand what our own tradition is. So you cannot be asking questions whereby we will say, why do you ask questions? Unless, of course, when you ask questions that you want to insult people and to create a scene to stop people from learning, then we will block you from not accessing our page. But if you are asking questions that we all want to learn from, why should we try to block you or to stop you? Because we want to answer questions so that people can be aware of what our tradition is, to know what our tradition is, so that they will not be afraid when they hear the word Voodoo. Usually people, when you talk Voodoo, say, hey, I am not near that, don't bring that near me. I am for Jesus Christ. You are working with Jesus, but you are hungry. And you say you are for Jesus Christ. Even the people where the land from which Jesus came from, we heard, today they are still fighting every day. Why they are looking for missiles and everything to use in fighting, when you, the black people, you think that that place is where peace is. Meanwhile, there's no peace there. But we are as I will not say we are stupid, but we are as ignorant like the sheep. Yeah, we don't know. Because people shouldn't get angry when you ask questions. Okay. Are we done?
There are questions on TikTok.
Okay, there are some few questions on TikTok, and we have Smart Kid Grace. Greetings, everyone. Happy to see you, Papa. Thank you very much, Smart Kid. How are you? Thank you that you are here. And then we have a KK Ginga one. I'm excited. Can't wait for us to establish an AMT home in the US. Sure, Kadi. That's my dream. That's my next project, how to establish AMT in the US. Yes, it's my next target and my next project, and I'm working seriously towards it. Thank you very much. And then we have K. Emil Paul said, please, I want to know if me and Paul will marry as couple. I am Amma from Kofrudia. I want to know, please. Amma, I am very sorry, I don't know you, and I don't know Paul. I don't know how I'm going to be able to tell you whether you and Paul will get married, because I don't know any of you. This platform is not a platform for cheap spiritual practices. This platform, African Magic Temple and ReVodution, is a serious platform for serious people. You have never met me before, and I have never met you before. I don't know who is Paul, and I don't know who is Amma. How can I predict and tell you that Amma and Paul will get married or can live as couple? You just make the calculation and see if that is possible. Had you consulted the spirit world or consulted my shrine that, oh, I want to know whether Amma and Paul can get married, and then we send the spirits or the oracle into the spirit world to find out information for you. There's a procedure, and if that procedure goes on and it comes out, then I can be definitely sure to tell you that, oh, Amma, yes, Paul will marry you. Or, Amma, Paul is just playing with you. But since I don't know you, and you don't know me, and I don't know Paul, and Paul doesn't know me, and you people have never had any chance of contacting my shrine to find out about, you in particular, you have not contacted our shrine to find out what to do. This platform is to answer yes, no questions, and to also emancipate our mental problems where we think that our culture is backward. However, should you want to know about whether you and Paul will be good couples, contact our line and make an appointment to do a spiritual consultation. Thank you very much. And then we have KK Ginga. He say, I brainwashed. Yes, that's it. People do not know that spirituality is a practical thing. They think it's like a religion where a pastor will just look at you and tell you that there's a good luck coming from you, so come and sow a seed. We don't do those things here. We are a very serious platform. We want to people to ask questions that will waken up the mind and the brain. Put the air conditioner on. Yes. I think I am about to leave. Yes. Okay, let me see. I read Uptown Films. He said, Prophet Lou's channel is called The Broken Prophet. Okay, we will check it and see if there's something for us also to learn from there. One thing with me is that I don't usually go onto other people's platforms because sometimes people think you are trying to challenge or compete with them. And me going to ask any question on those people's platform may not be the best. But I can look it up and watch it. I don't need to ask questions. Thank you very much, Uptown Films, and we will find a way. And then the public relations says, Papa, hello, Doji, how are you? Yeah, you didn't ask many questions today.
He asked, but it looks like he retracted.
Ah, okay. So you asked, but you retracted the question, so okay, thank you. And then, okay, I am coming to the conclusion that Voodoo Legba is what Indians are calling Shiva Linga. Do you think this is the correct thing? Okay, let's talk about the Shiva Linga. You know, I practice Tantra Yoga, and that's what I was a priest for. I was a priest for many years. I was a monk, like an abbot, many years in my younger days. And the Shiva Lingam, which is the main deity in Hinduism. I'll call it the maid deity in Hinduism because everything gathers around the Shiva Lingam. When the Shiva Lingam is there, then we have deities which in other religions they will call angels and all these things. The Hindus call them deities, like Durga, Ganesh, Vishnu, and all those people, and all the kind of deities you see in the Lakshmi and all this, and they are the deities, or you can call them angels. Those are the ones that we call in Ewe a tron, or some people choose to call them Mamiwata, whichever way. The Shiva Lingam is simply a penis and a woman's vagina. That's all that Shiva Lingam is. That's why when you see a Shiva Lingam, it is made round while the phallus is in the center. The phallus represent the male manhood, while the bottom, which is flat and round, represent the female womanhood. So Shiva Lingam is just a simple entity to tell you that it is man and woman who created the world. And when they bring milk, you realize that when women bring milk, they pour it on the lingam, and then it flows into the bottom, and they collect it as a blessing. So Shiva Lingam is just a simple representation of man and woman. So that's what is the pussy and the dick. And that is all that created the world. Whether in animals, in plants, because in plants you have to see that a male plant has to pollinate a female plant in order to create. And because plants are not things that can move from one another, God created, or nature has created, that the bees and other insects can carry the pollen grains and to fertilize others. And of course in animals, they have to do it through sex. Human beings do it through sex, and the creation continues. So Shiva Lingam is simply the creation of man and woman, saying that the world is created through man and woman, the female divine entity and the male divine entity. So this is all that Shiva Lingam is. It is not Legba. Other Vodus in Hinduism, there may be a deity in Hinduism that can be likened to a Legba. But the Legba is a male deity or Voodoo with a phallus. That's why usually Legba has to have a penis. And Legba in Voodoo is the messenger between the gods and the human beings, between the physical plane and the psychic plane. That's why when we do rituals, we give it to Legba to take it to the spirit world so that it can get fulfilled. So I don't think the Shiva Lingam is what represents Legba. Legba is a little bit different from the Shiva Lingam. Yeah. Thank you very much for that question. And if you to go on, if you look into Tantra Yoga and you see
Shiva and Parvati. They are always in a sexual position. It plays more like sex, whether it's called divine sex or physical sex, it's all called sex. And you will see that there's so much sexual and attraction between a man and a woman in Shiva and Prakriti, which we call Prakriti, not Pravati, Prakriti. So the Shiva is a positive energy, and Shakti is the negative energy. That's why there is a sutra in Ananda Maga Sutra in Sanskrit, Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti Atmakam Brahma. Shiva Shakti Atmakam Brahma, which simply means it is the positive force and the negative force. It is the two that form to form what is called God. Shiva, I cannot think Shiva is anything close to Legba, because Legba is on a total different level, and Shiva is also a total different thing altogether. From my knowledge and lessons that I have learned, Shiva is a totally a different energy, which we call the positive energy, and then Prakriti or Shakti is the negative energy. Yeah, so it is the two, negative and positive, that creates. So it is the two that is what is called God. Yeah, and public relation went on to say, what about Shiva himself? Shiva was depicted as a human being who had come down from the heavens as a distant. But if you look very well, Shiva was a black man with a rasta hair. Yeah, that's why the sadhus in Kumbh Mela always are sadhus that wear dreadlocks. So Shiva was a human being at one time in our universe or in our world. But then on the other side, Shiva is positive energy, and Shakti or Prakriti is the negative energy of the world, day and night, darkness and light. And then Uptown Film said that I also wanted to say that my ex-wife, her mother, and I, and now did grandmother sent spirits and they killed my mama, and a lot of that is why I'm in in this predicament. They're now called Puerto Ricans. Yeah, in Puerto Rico there's a lot of juju and voodoo and Orisha practice. I have friends in Puerto Rico. Yeah, but they are good friends. Yeah, but everybody can do it from anywhere. If you have the knowledge, it's up to you to use it for what you want to use it for. But then the consequences and the karma is there. If you do use it for evil, evil things will come to you. If you use it for good, good things will come to your life. And the Uptown Film went on to say, I was told this by people from the Volta region, Clicquot, and also in the mighty, powerful country of Benin. From separate people in the country of Benin said the same thing, that they killed my mama. Yes, of course, if you do a reading why your mother died, of course, people, if they do they are good in reading, they will tell you the reason and the sources, what has happened and why it has happened and the people involved. So I'm not saying that it is not true, but power is power. It can destroy and it can create. It is the wielder of the power
person who holds the power. He is the person who is to be blamed, not the power. The power is power. It can create and it can destroy. It is when you know how to harness and harmonize this power and make it useful to yourself and to the humanity, then you are living in harmony with nature. And that is what Voodoo is all about. Voodoo is not for only distraction or only for creation. It is for you to be able to know how to live in harmony with nature and live comfortably. Thank you very much, Uptown Film, for this information. And then we have public relation. The Hindu priest known as Prabhu Papa. It's not Prabhu Papa, it's Prabhu Pada. Acharya Prabhu Pada Krishna Nanda. He's from Calcutta. He is the one who formed divine something. Yeah. I say Prabhu Pada. Acharya Prabhu Pada. Prabhu sometimes is regarded as God, and the word Prabhu can be regarded as a God, and also sometimes Prabhu is used as a man. So in Sanskrit, so Prabhu Pada, that's the name. It's Krishna. And it's called International Society of Krishna Consciousness. Yeah. Yes. Who is the founder of ISKCON, taught his followers that Krishna is the most high God in Voodoo. We know that Mao is the most high God. You see, the word Krishna is okay. You are bringing me away from Ewe Vodu into Hindu Voodoo. Krishna, who is also called Gopala, because he was a cowhead, was born blue. That's the picture everybody knows. But in reality, Krishna was black. And the meaning of Krishna means black stone. That's the literal meaning of Krishna. It's black stone. And Krishna was, after Shiva had passed and gone, then Krishna came. So he was also a human being at one time. He was one of the, I think is related to the Pandavas. And he was, what do you call him? The chariot rider who rode Krishna in his chariot when they did the Great War of India between the good and Mahabharata, which is the war between the evil and the great thing. Arjuna was Krishna's chariot rider, and Krishna was more like a judge between the good and the bad forces. So, when you talk about ISKCON, or International Society of Krishna Consciousness, which is formed by Acharya Bhaktivedanta, Prabhupada Bhaktivedanta. He's from Calcutta, and I was trained in Calcutta as well. I lived in Calcutta in India, but that's not why I am here. And I have left Indian religious things for a long time, because it's all religion, just like how in Christianity they say Jesus Christ is the most high God. Finish. And it's only for people who wants to know about spirituality will find a way around that thing and find the real thing. So whether Krishna is the Sobolisa or Krishna is a Kitikata or this thing. We cannot tell. I don't know how to relate that. I know in Ewe, our gods are 3 gods, which is Sobolisa or Segbolisa, Kitikata, and Mau Ese. These 3 Trinity is what form the Godhead of Ewe cosmology. In Indian cosmology, I think Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, these 3 also form the Godhead in Hinduism. Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. And sometimes Mahesh is called, what is it? It's another white for Mahesh apart from the, yeah. Mahesh the destroyer. Generator is Brahma, Mahesh is the operator, Vishnu is the operator, and then Mahesh the destroyer forming the God, which people call God. So let's forget about this Hindu thing, but what did you say?
I remember one of my schoolmates, Shivani, she's from India, and she brought the
Krishna
storybooks
of
about the wars.
Mahabharata, the Hindu war of good and evil. Yeah, yes, of course. So anyway, public relations. I'll answer your questions, but let's put them more on this. I cannot compare our Mauga Sobolisa with any other Hindu god because they are also, that is the name they have for their gods, whether it is Shiva or it's Krishna or whatever. But you know, in Hinduism, they have so many Vodus or spirits, just like how the Ewes also have so many Vodus. Yeah. So Sobolisa can be whoever, but I have not really made the comparisons. But I know Sobolisa is Sobolisa, Kitikata is Kitikata, and then Mauga Esse is Esse. Yeah. So say that, is it possible that Krishna is Voodoo Mau? What is your option based on your experience? I don't. Of course, Mau is not one thing. The word Mau is not the name of any god. Public relations, you should understand that the word Mau is not the name of any god in Ewe. All gods are called Mau. And that's why we put the ga to end Sebolisa. Mauga Sebolisa or Sobolisa. Mauga Kiti Kata. And then Mauga Esse. The ga is showing that big, as in every word. Ga means big. So when they say Mau, there is no, every god is Mau. So Mau just means spirit. That's why there are even some people greeting among priests. They will say, oh, look at Mau de Ofwa. How are the gods? Mau de Ofwa means we, the Ewes, we regard every spirit and every Voodoo as Mau. So if you are thinking of it in this way, that maybe Voodoo Mau is only in Krishna, no, that is not it at all. It is not that. Because Mau just means Voodoo or means spirits. That's why Ewes will ask that kind of question. Mau de Ofwa. Because when we priests, we are greeting each other, we ask that one, say, how are the children, how is the wife, how are this, and then we ask, how are the gods? And then if the person knows any particular god with you that is so powerful, so how is Voodoo Jobata? So Mau is not the name of any particular god, it is a general name for all spirits. So Krishna cannot be just Mau or any Voodoo Mau. There's no Voodoo called Mau. All Vodus are Mau. There's no particular Voodoo called Mau. Every Voodoo is called Mau. Then I say, yes, it was autocorrect that changed the spelling. Okay, no problem. No problem. Then Uptown Film said the people in the country of Benin said that being the ex-wife and her mother mainly what is it?
The people in the country said the ex-wife, it was, I think, he's saying his ex-wife and his
Mother.
ex-wife mother.
Mainly use something they call a black cloth spiritual realm kill my mama. I say avoidable voodoo. We call it avoidable voodoo, means the voodoo is usually it's a black cloth wearing voodoo. That's what we call it. Avoidable voodoo. There are so many avoidable voodoos. There's not only one single one. There are so many avoidable voodoo. And recently, even we did a reading for somebody, and it's avoidable voodoo that they need to pray to lift whatever problem is on the person. So your mother is passed on. You are here. And your ex-wife, as you are saying, and the mother. Whatever had happened between you and your ex-wife before her mother is attacking you or attacking your mother until even to kill your mother. It is possible. I can't say it is not possible. Voodoo can kill, and voodoo can also create. So I'm sure the people who had told you this would have been the best people to answer most of your questions, in the sense that they saw it, because they either did a reading for you or they get possessed. The screen is gone. They either did a reading for you or somebody got a possession and was able to tell you this thing. So there is nothing that is wrong what they probably told you, that somebody killed your mother. Yes, voodoo, they can use voodoo to kill, and they can use voodoo to create. It depends on the person who is holding the voodoo or who has power over the voodoo. Then Uptown Films went on to say Papa Legba. Yeah, we don't call it Papa Legba, we call it Baba Legba. Or just in Ewe, we just say Legba, even the Papa and Baba is not there. And it's because of the international way people call it. That's why I also sometimes just call it Baba Legba. But it is just, in Ewe, it is just called Legba. Yeah. And the Uptown Films say, what about Kalma, like of Kalima? Is it?
Yes.
Kalima, like of the movie in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Please leave those Hollywood movies out of our real talk, because those people are just going around to destroy other people's culture and make America great. Yeah, so it's, Kali is a voodoo in Calcutta. If you go to Kaligat in Calcutta, you will see Kali's temple. It's there. It's a voodoo. It's a blood-eating voodoo. Yeah, we will call it voodoo. Yeah, but then maybe they'll call them goddess or whatever. We will call it voodoo. Then Uptown Films, I think what they are using is either Santeria or Sanseye. Which one in the Santeria? Santeria is a mixture of Christianity and voodoo. That's what Santeria is, a mixture of Christianity and African traditional practice. That's what Santeria is. So Indians are now using Christianity things. They also have their own things called Hinduism. And then Jo Maris, hi, what about Mao Sobolisa? Please, Mao Sobolisa is one of the three in the Trinity. That's why I was saying Mao Sobolisa, Mao Kitikata, and Mao Gaese. They form the godhead of Ewe Vodu cosmology. Okay, so I think we are at the end of our today's. It's already past 7 o'clock, and I will be taking rest. So please keep your questions coming in, and when we open up on Sunday, we can continue from where we left off today. Thank you very much, Uptown Films, for asking all these beautiful questions, because they make the conversation beautiful and it makes it continue. I'm grateful for all these things. Yeah, thank you very much. And then Joe Marie is a smile. Joe Marie Smile say thank you. Thank you to all for this. And I thank Doji, Public Relations, for all these beautiful things, because Doji is very much into Hinduism, and I am trying as much as possible to bring him back home to our tradition where he belongs. So I'm not surprised that he knows so much about the Hindu culture or spirituality or religion. That's good. I was there at one time, but I have gone. I left there for almost 40 years ago. I'm no more there, so you can imagine. Thank you very much, all of you, and to everyone who has asked questions in today's section. I'm grateful to you all. My energy level is not so great to be able to speak loudly, but I hope you all heard what I have, my explanation and my answers to your questions. Thank you all very much. And people on TikTok, I thank you all. Let me read the last lessons on TikTok. And then we have our big sister Luna say, thank you for your time and teaching today, Papa. I appreciate you. I'm glad you are feeling better. Thank you very much, big sister Luna Nicole. I'm grateful. And how is your health? How is your heat? How are things going on with you? Please, you can chat me on my WhatsApp. And big sister Luna Nicole said, have a blessed week, everyone. I look forward to joining you all for next week's section. We look forward to seeing you on the next section. And then Smart Kid Gray said, thank you, Papa. You are all very much welcome. Thank you all very much for having the patience for me, because as you see, I'm not that vibrant with power and everything, but you people are taking your time to ask your questions, and I'm very grateful. Until I see you all next week. And Ancestral Arts 00840 say thank you, and thank you to all of you. I'm going to pour libation and I'll close today's section. May the ancestors continue to be with you, guide you through the week, and make you strong until we meet again. Otagwe mama, akbena milo, pe mitana menoi etamfon agbe. Maoga sobolisa, maoga kitikata, maoga se. Mayomi apete lakbenda. Mayomi polinye. Afak polinye. Mayomi apete mele akbenda. Dagbe kumebiana do kunye ple vinyo ple lonye la. Pla mayo pete le nusro chumi awolo. Kwe dagbe vi dagbe si dagbe. Kwe beji jeme neva na la mesese agbe didi. Ngogbe yi neva lo. Ayingba majo flo. Fokla ingba modu adika. Wonya vli me mateku. Etekutega. And then I have a Heru Asakara Amen. Thanks you, Baba, for the teaching. It was great. Thank you very much, all of you. Until we meet again next week, may the ancestors and the gods of our fathers continue to be with you all. Bye-bye for now. Okay, and my brother, the public way, Papa, it is money. I am waiting to come back home to you. I know. And the money will come, Doji. The money will come. It will definitely come. As soon as the money comes, I will be back to you. I don't have honor to come back for now, but I will be back, I know. And thank you for faithfully answering our questions every Sunday. Akpe mesu apolo. Akpe na mi opete akpe kakakaka. And then Smart Case Ache, and thank you. I'm grateful. Okay, Bokor.